To practice world mission in today's world means at least two things. It means that nothing has changed. And then in a real sense, it means that everything has changed. It means that nothing has changed from the standpoint, it means that Christ is still on the throne. He is still the king. And his commandments still stand. And his command to go out into the world, to preach the gospel, to make disciples, to baptize them, to teach them all that he has commanded. The command that he gave his disciples in the first century is the command that he has still given to the church, because he is king and the king is still on the throne. And so from that standpoint, doing missions, nothing has changed, because the king is still commanding us to do that. And yet at the same time, everything has changed, because we're not in first century Palestine anymore. And so we need to be ready and we need to be equipped to fulfill those commands with the various means that are now at our disposal. We are in an electronic and a cyber age. And so we need to be prepared to do missions with the understanding of our age. We need to be able to use the resources that are available to us and not shy away from them, but be adequate and use these tools that are available to us for the fulfilling of the mission and the command that Christ gave us in the first century, and that is to go out into the world and preach the gospel and make disciples, baptizing them and teaching them all that he has commanded. And so in one sense, nothing has changed. But then in another sense, everything has changed. And we need to be aware of both of those ideas. And we can't get too caught up in one aspect or the other. We can't get so caught up in not changing that we become irrelevant. But we can't get so caught up in changing that we lose the message and the original commands. So we must be a people who are balancing the fact that the commands have not changed, even though some of our methods need to be changing as our times change as well.